What's poppin', guys? Gar Champion here, and today we're going to be deciding whether or not I've been killing slimes for 300 years and max out my level is binge or cringe. First off, this title is way too damn long, so I will be referring to this anime as Slime Killer for the rest of the video. Binge or cringe is a series where I watch questionable anime, so you don't have to. I'll be addressing the show's good and bad aspects, give a brief synopsis, and then use my 5 categories to further break down the show. This is a fresh new simulcast show that is going to be ending here just before this jam-packed summer 2025 schedule, so I wanted to drop this video early so that way you had a shot at watching this before then. This show is about a regular person who literally worked herself to death. So in this new life, she's given the choice to live how she pleases and lives a chill and relaxed life in this new world. She kills slimes to make ends meet, and after 300 years, she realizes that she maxes out her level, which comes at no surprise given the title of the anime. After making new acquaintances and taking them in to live with her, things get a little interesting on the daily, making it a suitable slice of life anime. Slice of life shows are usually chill kinds of shows that display the main character's daily activities and occurrences. That's basically the entirety of these types of shows. Let's really break this show down with my handcrafted categories to really break it down like you've never seen before, unless you've seen previous episodes. I mean, it's not like I had 300 years to perfect my shameless plugin game. Anyways, the categories are watchability, attention level, length, sub versus dubbed, and fan service. We'll start with attention level. This category aims to display the level of attention you'll need while watching. A 1 means you can basically be scrolling through TikToks and the show can exist in the background, while a 5 means you must watch the show in slow-mo to catch all the hidden details. Slime Killer ranks at a 1. It's taken me weeks just to chunk down the show because I've watched it before bed and then fall asleep 2 minutes in and then have to find my spot every time, and then I just say fuck it and start at some random spot. Repeat this after 2 weeks and I'm only 7 episodes in, but I still knew what was going on. So yeah. Length. Will this show make me spend years of my life in order to get caught up? Like anyone who starts One Piece right now. A 1 means this show is 12 to 13 episodes, 2 means it's between 24 and 37, and a 3 means it's 48 plus episodes. Slime Killer comes in at a 2. By the time the show ends, it'll be around 24 episodes. Watchability. Is this show for noobs or weebs? Or in simple terms, can a person new to anime handle this show, or is it for veterans only? A 1 means you know what anime is and the things that can happen in these episodes, so you're prepared. A 5 means the slightest weird thing that happens and you start hardcore judging the people who watch anime, thinking that they're a bunch of weirdos. Slime Killer comes in at a 4. For some reason, all the tropes that occur in this subgenre, slice of life, are still iffy for me, and I've watched over 200 different series. The only other one I've watched for slice of life was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and that was pushing it for me. But it was about dragons, so I stuck around. This could boil down to personal preferences. If it makes me feel a certain way, then I had to rate it at a 4. Sub versus dubbed. I've only watched this subbed due to having to keep the volume down for my wife and child. So this one, you can go with whatever you choose to watch this. And lastly, fan service. Does this show over-sexualize characters, or is it normal? A 1 means it's family friendly, while a 5 means it's borderline hentai. Slime Killer comes in at a 4. There's literally a part where a girl runs around and fights naked. It's censored, and then her clothes go missing. Then there's a demon chick who looks like she came from a... I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, so I'm just not going to. So multiple characters are over-sexualized or wear skimpy outfits. The only thing keeping this from a 5 is the fact that it's only a handful of characters and not the whole cast. Now it's time to address the good and bad aspects of the show. The first 2 episodes are misleading. It seems like the show goes in a particular direction and then it shifts into a different one, and it wasn't my chosen path. I don't care for the tropes that occur in this show, so it made it harder to watch for me. The main character is likable, while the side characters are vastly different, so there should be a character for everyone to like. The animation is good too, since it's newer, so I liked it as well. Now it's time to determine whether I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level is binge or cringe. The subject matter and tropes were too much for me, and the fan service wasn't down my line of interest. I enjoyed the background story of how the main character got to the 300-year mark, but after that, it kind of fell off for me. I really had to power through to finish it. If you're a fan of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, then this is a binge for you. But if it didn't, then it'll be cringe. If you've seen this show, let me know what you thought about it. As always, if you want me to investigate a show, let me know in the comments below. Waste my time, not yours. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out other videos in this binge or cringe playlist, because we've definitely covered some not so popular ones, and those videos are like completely tanking in views. So check them out. They're worth a watch, especially that vending machine one. That one's gold, I promise. Have a good day, and peace out.